Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to the kitchen for our weekly Cockermouth Cricket Club Virtual Pub Quiz. Big billing given in the Times and Star today has me down as some sort of Austin Powers stroke Bradley Walsh character as an international quizmaster, touching all of the corners of the globe, so to speak. But it's interesting to see how quickly and how far the Cockermouth Cricket Club Virtual Pub Quiz has spread, and always great to see where different people are logging in to do the quiz from and hearing from them as we go through the evening. So yeah, as always, a big welcome to the quiz. If it's the first time you've done it, welcome, and also if you've done it before, a big welcome to you guys. Some people, oh, hang on a second, is that better? Can everyone hear that? If you can hear it, let me know. I've turned the volume up a little bit. Is that better volume-wise? Just to double check if someone can let me know if you can hear that all right. Yep, that's great. Everyone can hear it. That's brilliant. Yeah, so comments coming in already on the shirt, which is brilliant. You know, it's a H&M special, I think, something like that. Good. I'm glad that you can hear me loud and clear. So welcome again. If you've joined us before, brilliant. It's great to welcome you back. And if you're first time, oh, the Dickinsons love the shirt. Say it's Club Tropicana. That was the goal. That's where I was aiming for. Mark Graham was apologising for last week already. So coming over loud and clear, great stuff. Welcome back, or welcome if it's the first time you've joined us. It's good to see that some of the usual suspects are back in. On the right hand side of my page, I can see all the comments coming in from people who are logged in via an iPad or a computer. If you watch on the television, you won't be able to see what is being said, and that is probably a good thing for you. For me, however, it's a bit of a nightmare because I can see everything that's coming in down there. I've obviously got the questions to do. I've got things coming through on the phone, so it can be quite difficult. So if I do appear distant for a second or two, it's because things keep firing in from different directions, and I'm trying to read from 4 different places at once. So mistakes are made. It's live, so it's just one of those things with doing live stuff. Okay, yeah. So the Times and Stars got me portrayed as some sort of international man of mystery, and it's not the phone; it's the messages that keep coming through on the YouTube side of the page on the YouTube. That's the problem. If you can hear a little tinkle, that's what it is. I'm not quite sure how to get that off, but I'll investigate that. And we can certainly there we go. That should help a little bit. If you can still hear me, that's fine. If not, you won't be able to hear the pings anymore. Okay, so as it said in the Times and Star today, if you've read it, it just gives a little bit of background as to what we're aiming for with the pub quiz, just to sort of give people something to do on a Friday night and one thing and another, and something different from the television. And it seems to have gone down pretty well. Popular with people who are coming back week on week for some of the banter that gets sent in is absolutely brilliant, and it makes me laugh while I'm doing it. Sometimes there's things pop up that I can't read out for obvious reasons, mainly because I don't want to end up in prison. So yeah, if you send something in, or if you see me smiling at something I'm looking at down the right hand side of the page, you'll know something's coming that's either highly inappropriate or yeah, it's something I just can't read out to you. All right, so it's very, very simple. It's all done on honesty, so please don't use Google or anything like that because you're only cheating yourself, because there's no prizes. I'm not going to come round and dish any prizes out to you, so please don't cheat. It's all done on honesty. I'll explain how we do that in a little while. Every week before we start, we just like to pay tribute to the people who really are keeping the country going at the moment. All of the key workers who, whether they're delivering, whether they're working in the hospitals, whether they're operating education facilities for children, whether they are working in our supermarkets. All of these people are working really, really hard to keep the country going, and a lot of them are risking their lives and their health to keep things as normal as they can for us. So a huge thank you on behalf of Cockermouth Cricket Club to all of those people who are working for our benefit at this moment when people's priorities are their health. So a huge thank you from everyone in the virtual quiz community, and also on behalf of the committee of Cockermouth Cricket Club, which is who I am chairman of and who I represent this evening and every week on here. So to the quiz, week 7. The Horsley Wilkinson team won last week. I think last week was a brilliant week. It was a 3-way tie, 87, 87, 87 out of 100. And we went to a double tiebreaker question. 2 of the teams taking part were my cousins from Brentwood and from West Hampstead. And it was the Horsley Wilkinsons from Cockermouth who came out on top with the closer guess of the height of Scarfell Pike as the tiebreaker question. It was tense and it went right down to the wire. We had a hiatus for Her Majesty's speech, and rightly so, in the middle. And it was a great week. And we would, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I had to go spur of the moment for the questions to go for the tiebreakers. So it was great. Basically, all you'll need 4 pieces of paper or 4 sides of paper. We'll read through each question twice. Then at the end of the round, we'll reread the questions and then we'll mark them. After each round of marking, we'll have a few minutes break so you can get your liquid refreshments and your snacks if you prefer, or you may have both. It's entirely up to you. And then we'll get back onto the next round. The aim is always to be finished by 10 p.m. So we get done and dusted within the 2 hours. At the end of each round, etc., you have my number there if you haven't got it already. Please don't subscribe me to Tinder or Grindr or wherever the sites are. I imagine they're fairly quiet at the moment, but I'd rather not have any requests flying my way, so please refrain from doing that. But you may message your scores and those kinds of things through to there. Also on the bottom of the sheet there and in the description of the YouTube video is the link to our Just Giving page, which is supporting the North Lakes Food Bank. And the North Lakes Food Bank services the Workington, Whitehaven and Cockermouth area. And as of this morning, we had raised £1,027 for the food bank, and that is solely down to you guys, the Cockermouth Cricket Club Virtual Pub Quiz community, who have raised that money. We'll keep that page open for a few more, and they will put it to very good use, helping out the most vulnerable and needy in our local communities. Okay, so if you have your pens and paper ready, we will make a start. If there's any problems with sound or anything like that, just give me a shout. We've got, plenty of time, so don't worry about time. Let's have a look and see just before we get going if we've in the house this evening. We've got the umpires in, Michael Dawson, who loves a shirt. Burrabore's back. The light puts are in, they can hear me loud and clear. That's great. Michael Dawson. Craig Meyer, good evening. I'll stick up for you, but I can't tonight. That shirt hurts my eyes. Oh, Craig, come on. Mark Graham apologises for last week. The Hillses are in the house and they can hear me loud and clear. Penrices, good evening to the Penrices. Round the corner, ready to go again. Jeff Lobb, shout out to Connor and the Butlers in Carlisle who are joining for the first time this week. I hope you enjoy it. And Butler says, in an Indian order, let's get going. Well, why not? Let's do it. Let's just check the phone before we do, though, because we don't want to miss anybody out. The all ports are good to go. The Penrices say, wish my lovely niece Isabel a happy 9th birthday for Sunday. That's my daughter. She's 9 on Sunday. Hope she has a great COVID birthday. Yeah, it's a bit of a different one this year for her, but hope she has a great day on Sunday. Good evening from the Canes. The all ports are good to go. Who else? Great write-up in the Times and Star. Our Canadian cousins thought it was awesome that they got a mention in the press. That's Des and Alison. Hope you enjoyed your wedding anniversary last week, guys. Oh, Seth and Sue ready to go. The Fletchers. Can do a shout out to Jan. It's a birthday weekend. 21 again. Gin, champagne, deer, and a drop of toffee vodka. Proper scenes this week in the kitchen from Andy and the gang round the corner. Party Pool Monkeys excited for another quiz. Now that's a shirt. The Nicholsons are in the house. Edmonds and Fletchers from Dereham and Newport, Shropshire teaming up tonight. That could be a combo and a half, that one. Foxy told me to put the phone on vibrate. Already sorted, Foxy. It was YouTube. The Askews are here. Here, bad grammar. Oh, I'm going to set the rights can hear you. Yes, it was there. That's Parks and McFaddians. Butlers are in the house. The Dickinsons love the shirt. Hillsies can hear. Somebody says, do we have to go through your agent now to contact you? That's Joy and Damien, like it. Love it. Hi, first time lockdown legends, the holidays from Hazel Grove, Seaton. The Seaton contingent in the house. Team Diggins Wood are here and ready to go. And we've got just a couple of WhatsApps here. Father-in-law's ready to go. Buke says it's worse that we can see your face. Brilliant. My cousin's ready in Brentwood. Look like dressed up as Toy Story. Oh yeah, we've got Woody from Toy Story. That's great. The Cams from South Shields are in. Did you buy that special? Has it been in your wardrobe for a while? The Denims are in the house. Who else is on there? That's it. The Lambs are back. Right, let's go with the first round. Put the phone on mute, Gary says. I already have. It's already sorted, Gaz. Don't worry. It wasn't the phone. It was the microphone was left turned on. So I got a bit panicked when somebody said they couldn't hear me. Okay. Round up. Steph and Jane from Bolton are back, trying to beat Suzanne and Martin in Dereham. Well, good luck with that, Steph. Hope you have some success this week. Round one. Oh, the Smiths are ready as well, down in West Hampstead, ready to go. Part of the three-way tie last Friday night. They will be chomping at the bit and ready to rumble. So round one is general knowledge. 20 questions, 25 marks. Each question will be read twice. Question number 1. Oh, the McGraths are in at Dovenby. Well done. Good evening to the McGraths. Carl Thompson missed last week's for South Street South Party. Good. Question 1. What are birds of a feather said to do? Question 1. What are birds of a feather said to do? Question number 2. Moussaka is a traditional dish from which country? Question 2. Moussaka is a traditional dish from which country? Yeah, I'm not sure about reading this one out. My last says you're the double of Billy from Benidorm minus the shirt. I'm not sure. I know what Benidorm's a television program. I'm not sure who Billy is. I'm not sure if I want to Google it during the quiz in case I cry, so I might wait till afterwards for that one. Okay, question number 3 is a 2-mark question, and here it is. In the London version of Monopoly, the first 2 properties are priced at £60 each and are brown. What are they? In the London, or the English version of Monopoly, the first 2 properties are priced at £60 each and are brown. What are the properties? The Diggins Woods ready to go in Leeds, hoping to up the ante. Okie dokie. Question number 4. In the top 5 beer-selling brands of 2019, the two of the beers are from the same country. They're called Corona and Modelo. Which country are they from? Question number 4. In the top 5 beer-selling brands of 2019 worldwide, 2 beers are from the same country. Their names are Corona and Modelo. What country are they from? Question number 5. What is the proper name given to a lie detector test? Question number 5. What is the proper name given to a lie detector test? The Broughton Wombats are in the house. The reserves, I'm not sure, maybe got a couple missing tonight. The Broughton Wombats reserves. Question number 6. In which decade was US President Donald Trump born? Question number 6. In which decade was US President Donald Trump born? Question number 7. Which TV channel started its UK broadcasts in 1982? Which TV channel started its UK broadcasts in 1982? Question number 8 is a 3-mark question. Who are the 3 missing Cluedo characters from my list? They killed off Mrs. White in 2016. The characters remaining: Dr. Orchid, Miss Scarlet, Mrs. Peacock, and who are the 3 remaining characters missing? There are 3 missing Cluedo characters after they killed off Mrs. White in 2016. Dr. Orchid, Miss Scarlet, and Mrs. Peacock. Who are the 3 missing Cluedo characters from my list? No, Mum, I didn't miss number 6, but I can repeat it for you. Number 6 is, in which decade was US President Donald Trump born? Was number 6. The lambs are back this week. Hopefully not lambs to the slaughter this week. They're back in the house. Betty and Bill in the house from Hartlepool. You over on the northeast enjoying the quizzes, which is great. Question number 9. Which airport is represented by the call sign GLA? Question 9. Which airport is represented by the call sign GLA? I do not look like Billy from Benidorm. That's insulting. Somebody sent me a picture through. And Wayne Mardle and Billy from Benidorm. And Davina ripping me shorts to... Well, she didn't need to rip me shorts to bits. They're already ripped, but absolutely tearing me shorts apart last week. Wanted to set up a Just Giving page for some new clothes for me. Shocking. Quite a complex doing this. Okay, here's question 10. Which of these buildings is taller? St. Paul's Cathedral or Westminster Abbey? Question 10. Which of these buildings is taller? St. Paul's Cathedral or Westminster Abbey? It's alright, Glenn, I forgive you. I don't normally look like him, but just because my hair's like this, once I get rid of my COVID cut, I'll be better. My cousin says I look Ukrainian tonight. Oh, this is hard, this. It's good you I've got a big chin. Steve Edge. Oh, man. Tell you. Question 11. In which year did Theresa May become the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom? Question 11. In which year did Theresa May become Prime Minister of the United Kingdom? Question 12. The internal angles of a triangle always equal how many degrees? Question 12. The internal angles of a triangle always equal how many degrees? Can't stop laughing at that blooming picture. Question 13 is a 2-mark question. Yuri Gagarin became the first human to travel into space. What nationality was he? And what decade was his journey? Was it the 50s, the 60s, or the 70s? Question 13, 2-mark question. Yuri Gagarin became the first human to travel into space. What nationality was he? And what decade was his journey? Was it the 50s, the 60s, or the 70s? So I'm just putting people on my block list here who say I look like Billy from Benidorm. That's Jen gone. She's who else? Yeah, anyone who says I look like Billy off Benidorm. Okay, question 14. From which language does the word futon originate from? Question 14. From which language does the word futon originate from? No, we're not including Big Ben or St. Stephen's Tower. So no, we're just talking about Westminster Abbey. All right, so Big Ben is not included in that. That's Sam Scully seeking clarification. Okay. Okay, question 15. Which planet is 5th from the sun? No worries, Skull. No. Which planet is 5th from the sun? That's question 15. It was like a bit of clarification pre-answers. Question number 16. How many yards are there in a mile? Is it A, 1,875? Is it B, 1,760? Is it C, 1,975? Or is it D, 1,850? Question 16. How many yards are there in a mile? Is it A, 1,875? Is it B, 1,760? Is it C, 1,975? Or is it D, 1,850? Yeah, you can have question 14 again, of course you can. Question 14, from which language does the word futon originate from? The Nicholson's lost signal there. From which language does the word futon originate from? That was question 14 for you guys. Okay, so we are up to now question 17. And it's a 2-mark question. What are the 2 liquid ingredients of a traditional tiramisu? One is alcoholic and one is not. What are the 2 liquid ingredients in a tiramisu? In terms of, it's fairly straightforward. For the alcoholic bit, there's a bit of leeway as well question. All right, so we'll discuss that when we go through the answers. Question 18. Which newspaper is distributed free and is the highest newspaper in circulation? Question 18. Which newspaper is distributed free and highest newspaper in circulation in the UK? Question number 19. Which is the largest religion in the world? Question At 19, which is the largest religion in the world? Craig Meyer says Sarah Lightfoot makes the best tiramisu. Sarah Lightfoot is absolutely awesome at baking. Her Cake Friday at school is the best. Reception is bad for the goalies. Are you getting your broadband on the cheap? No, this is not a problem at my end. My end is running fine here, goalies. Don't worry, we'll go through the questions again, so fret not. Question number 20, your final question for this round. Where would you wear an akubra, a baratina, a bowler, or a boater? Question 20, where would you wear an akubra, a baratina, a bowler, or a boater? Okie dokie, we'll read through the questions again. If you are like the goalies and your signal is not the best, and you might be able to catch up on any you've missed. Or if you want to send me a quick message, I will endeavour to. So it says you dropped out. It says loading. Just says loading. 1 second. Are everyone still there? Big trouble with the net tonight. Oh, please wait while I'm trying to reconnect you. 1 sec. Let's have a look and see. It's any better. Oh, don't worry. The signal's terrible. Apparently, I'm not sure why the signal's terrible, but don't worry. Apparently, it's frozen. Have you paid the bill? Yes, I have paid the bill. Yeah, frozen. I'll tell you what I will do, which might help, is knock that off. Fine now, off now. Keep losing me, even in this shirt. You're just stalling and loading and waiting. Question 19. How's it looking? How's it going now? Don't worry if you missed any questions. We'll go through the questions. Everyone seems to be back on now. It says the connection's unstable. Please wait while we try to reconnect you. No better. Lots of buffering. Lots of buffering. I don't know why. Signal's still buffering. Jack's off upstairs. Let's have a look and see if. No better. One battery, right? Not good. Not good. No better. Loading again. I'm not sure what to suggest. The only thing I can suggest is potentially logging out and loading a new live stream to see whether that would help. If turning off the Wi-Fi and turning it on again is that it would take about 10 or 15 minutes before I could get back onto the channel. Just freezing every few seconds, apparently. So there's nothing problematic at my end here. So, and then we'll see how it goes. Brian says the connection matches the shirt. Form your own opinion. So don't miss any of the questions. Might be the Wi-Fi in Cockermouth because theirs is terrible at the moment. Carl Thompson, tell your missus to come out the shopping channel. Well, it says that the connection's unstable. Please wait while we try to reconnect you. I'm not sure what's going to be best to do here. Is everyone okay with the connection now? If we try and carry on, I'll do a run. If you did miss any questions, then listen carefully, and we'll try and get through them. I'm not sure what's happened. The Wi-Fi is, for some reason, I don't think it's anything to do with me. I think it's a Cockermouth problem by the sounds of it. If Mrs. Smythe, who's a bit of a I'm on Sky, so it's probably it. So it's been in Cockermouth all week. So we'll read through. Bear with me. It's just one of those unfortunate things. Oliver's back on, but we'll see how we go. Okay, question 1. What are birds of a feather said to do? Question 1. Question 3 is a 2-mark question. In the London version of Monopoly, or the Monopoly, the first 2 properties are priced at £60 and are brown. What are they? Question 4. In the top 5 beer selling brands of 2019, 2 beers are from the same country, Corona and Modelo. What is the country? Question 4. In the top 5 beer selling brands of 2019, 2 beers are from the same country, Corona and Modelo. What is the country? Stream. Don't know why it's unstable. I'm in the same place as always. Okay, so we got to question 5 for the reread. 5. What is the proper name given to a lie detector test? Question 6. In which decade was US President born? Question 6. In which decade was US President Donald Trump born? Question 7. Which TV channel started its UK broadcasts in 1982? Which TV channel started its UK broadcasts in 1982? Question 8 is a 3-mark question. Who were the 3 missing Cluedo characters after they killed off Mrs. White in 2016? Connaughton, tell Cam to get off his Xbox. He's off it. We've got Dr. Orchid, Miss Scarlet, Mrs. Peacock. Who are the missing Cluedo characters? Question 9. Which airport is represented by the call sign GLA? Which airport is represented by the call sign LA? Question 10. Which building is taller? St. Paul's Cathedral. Which of these buildings is taller? St. Paul's Cathedral or Westminster Abbey, not including Big Ben, St. Stephen's Tower? Okay, question 11. Which year did Theresa May become Prime Minister of the United Kingdom? Question 11. In which year did Theresa May become Prime Minister of the United Kingdom? Degrees. The internal angles of a triangle always equal how many degrees? Question 12. Question 13 is a 2-mark question. Yuri Gagarin became the first human to travel into space. What nationality was he? And what decade was his journey in? Was it the 50s, the 60s, or the 70s? 14. From which language does the word futon originate? Question 14. From which language does the word futon originate? Question 15. Which is the 5th planet from the Sun? Which is the 5th planet from the Sun? Question, how many yards are there in a mile? Is it A, 1,875? Is it B, 175? Or is it D, 1,850? How many yards are there in a mile? Is it A, 1,875, B, 1,760, C, 1,975, or D, 1,850? Question 17 is a question. What are the two liquid ingredients in a tiramisu? One is alcoholic, one is not. What are the two liquid ingredients in a tiramisu? One is alcoholic, one is not. Bit of leeway there with that one. Question 18. Which newspaper is distributed free and is the highest newspaper in UK circulation? 18. Which newspaper is distributed free and is the highest newspaper in UK circulation? 19. What is the largest religion in the world? What is the largest religion in the world? And question 20. Where would you wear an akubra, a baratina, a bowler, or a bota? Okay, we'll go through the answers now. We'll see how we get on with this part of it. Okay. Apologies for the Wi-Fi. Apparently Sky's been terrible in Cockermouth this week. Okay, question 1. Birds of a feather are said to flock together. Question 1, flock together. Question 2, moussaka is a traditional dish from Greece. Question 2 is Greece. Question 3, 2-mark question. In the London 2000. Okay, question 4. Top 5 beer selling brands of 2019. 2 beers are from the same country, Corona and Modelo. What is the country? It is Mexico. Question 4 is Mexico. Question 5. What is the proper name given to a lie detector test? It's a polygraph test. Question 5, polygraph. Question 6. In which decade was US President Donald Trump born? He was born in the 40s. He was born in 1946. Question 6, 1946. Question 3 answer. Let me just double check where we were. Question 3 was Old Kent Road and Whitechapel, I think. Question 3. Whitechapel Road. So Old Kent Road, Whitechapel Road for question 3. Question 7. Question 7. Which TV channel started its UK broadcast in 1982? It was Channel 4. Question 7 is Channel 4. Question 8. 3-mark question. No problem, Dave. Question 8. 3-mark question. Who are the 3 missing Cluedo characters after they killed off Mrs. White in 2016? I've got 3 missing from my list. Who are they? We've got Dr. Orchid, Miss Scarlet, and Mrs. Peacock. The 3 missing characters, and you get 1 mark for each. Professor Plum, the Reverend Green, and the Colonel Mustard. Professor Plum, Reverend Green, and Colonel Mustard. Question 9. Which airport is represented by the call sign GLA? Glasgow. Question 9 is Glasgow. Question 10. Which of these buildings is taller? St. Paul's Cathedral or Westminster Abbey? It is St. Paul's Cathedral. Somewhere in 120 odd metres tall. I think Westminster Abbey is 69. Question 11. In which year did Theresa May become Prime Minister of the United Kingdom? It is 2016. Question 11 is 2016. Question 12. Internal angles of a triangle always add up to 180 degrees. 180 degrees. Question 12. Question 13. 2-mark question. Yuri Gagarin is a Russian, or was a Russian cosmonaut or astronaut for 1 mark, and his journey was in the 1960s, 1961. So Yuri Gagarin, number 13, Russian and 1960s. Question 14. Well, the word futon originates from Japanese, originates from Japan, futon. 15. The 5th planet from the sun. The 5th planet from the sun is Jupiter. Question 15. Question 16, how many yards are there in a mile? The answer is B, 1,760. B, 1,760. 17 is a 2-mark question. What are the 2 liquid ingredients in a tiramisu? Firstly is coffee, and the other is brandy or liqueur. Question 17, you can have coffee for 1 mark, brandy or liqueur for your 2nd mark for question 17. Question 18, which newspaper is distributed free and is the highest in circulation in the UK? It is Metro. Metro newspaper, question 18. Question 19, what is the largest religion in the world? It is Christianity, followed by Islam. Question 19 is Christianity. Question 20, thank the Lord. Where would you wear an akubra, a baratina, a bowler, or a boater? You would wear it on your head. Question 20, on your head. You should have a total of 25 marks there. I'm hoping we've still got 100 and we've still got our logins. Everyone seems to be okay with that. I'm hoping it's eased a little bit. Kev says it seems to be better now. I hope it is. Some people are a little bit behind. Let's have a look and see. Yeah, liqueur. Yeah, liqueur is fine. The Nicholsons. Oh, we've got full marks here. Damien and Joy, full marks, 25. I reckon it was the liqueur question again. Everyone else seems to be okay. Harry, I hope you caught up with question 3. It's all good now. That's good. Answers to 1 and 2. Okay. Question 1, Lammy. Birds of a feather flock together. Question 1. Question 2, moussaka is a traditional dish from Greece. 22 out of 25 for the Parks and McFadden. Signal seems to be better. Stream is improving. Thank God for that. 23 out of 25. Some good scores here. Linda and Jeff. 22 out of 25. 21 for Ben. Connection seems okay now. That's good. Skype obviously got the wind turbines on. No worries, Lammy. 24 out of 25 for Chad and family. Great work, Chad is. Very vague. That could be all sorts of liqueur as well. Yeah, you can have liqueur. That is vague, but, you know, suck it up. It's not a world ender. 22 out of 25. Moussaka. Not Mike Sadler, 18 out of 25. Good start. Right, 19 for the Denims. Goalies, 20 out of 25. Hope the Wi-Fi is a bit better now, guys. Who we got here? 22 out of 25 for, yeah, that's something. Foxy, where we at? Masala wine for tiramisu. Yeah, 22 out of 25 is good. Hallie in the team, down south, 24. Excellent, well done, you guys. Stream's much better. Edmo's 20. Connection okay. Cheers, Chadders. Thanks a lot, mate. Appreciate that. 20 for the Hills. Very vague. That could be all sorts of liqueurs. Oh. It is vague. It is. Brandy's the main one, though. 18 for the Smiths. All good now. 22 for Pat. 24 for the Canes. 22 Packs and McFaddians. 23 out of 25 for Jen and Jonathan. Good start for you guys. Much better now. We've missed answers 1 to 14. Oh, crappers. Who was that? Nicholson's. Right, hang on a sec. Let's go with that. 1 is Flock Together. 2 is Greece. 3 is Whitechapel Road Stable again. 9, the call sign GLA is Glasgow Airport, number 9. 10 is St Paul's Cathedral. 11 is 2016. 12 is 180. 13 is Russian and the 1960s. And 14 is Japanese. Hopefully you've got that. 21 for Susanna Martin. 18 for the Goliaths. 23 for the Hannahs. I'm nearly back in sync, which is good. 16, standard. And that's Glenn. 22 for the Party Pool Monkeys. Okay. I need a drink now. 23 for the Horsleys. Horsley Wilkinson. Good. Matt Name 18. Well done. Broughton Reserves 18. Craig Myatt 19. Michelle McGrath 24. And the gang. Well done, Michelle. Top work from you. B. After your day at the hub yesterday. 16 for Kev. 20 for the Penrices. Burrabore 21. Lightfoot's 21. The Umpires 23. And no LBWs thus far. Right. Pop for a drink and a loose stop. I'm so pleased that everything's seamlessly back to normal. And we'll come back and we'll get on with round 2 and we'll pick up some time. Okay? Give me 2 minutes. Oh, shift that back a bit. There we are. Team tonight around the corner, teaming up. So, Pat, your Mars bar cake is wonderful as well. I was just commenting on Mrs. Lightfoot's. Deer and Fletcher's, Shropshire Fletcher's, and Seaton Edmonds are all teaming up together. Looks pretty good, apart from the fact it keeps buffering. Sorry about that. 21 for Susanna Martin and Deerham, 18 for the Golightleys, 23 for the Hannahs, nearly back in sync. Well, I'm not sure. We're getting close to it, but it still keeps dropping out. 22 Partypool Monkeys, we read that one out before. Okay. Let's have a little look, see if there's anything in WhatsApp. I can't have a look. Well, it's 18 out of 25. Good effort. Well done. Well done. That's good. 24 for Scully. Let's have a look at round 2. Let's see if we can keep soldiering on through the Wi-Fi gremlins that seem to be bugging Cockermouth this week. Both SKY and B to the T, by all accounts, are having issues this week. Anyway, round 2 is entertainment, etc. So there's a little bit of a mix in there. Again, it's 25 marks, 20 questions. Any problems, drop me a shout. Steph and Jane are having a shocker, 16. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it at all. There's plenty of time left. Okay, so get your pens at the ready. We'll whip through. Any issues, give me a text on the number and we can read questions out again. So we'll have to fight through it tonight. It's just one of those nights, unfortunately, with technology. So there we are. Okay, question 1. The Shawshank Redemption is a film based on an writing. Question 1. The Shawshank Redemption is a film based on a novella by which famous author, more normally associated with horror fiction? Question number 2. Which actor links Baywatch, The Greatest Showman, and Truly Vile and Shockingly Evil? Question 2. Which actor links Baywatch, The Greatest Showman, and Truly... Question number 3. For which 1964 musical blockbuster did Julie Andrews win the Academy Award for Best Actress? Question 3. For which 1964 musical blockbuster did Julie Andrews win the Academy Award for Best Actress? Question 4 is a 2-mark question. Judy Hopps, Nick Wilde, Bellwether, and Chief Bogo are characters from which animated film, and which famous Colombian singer sang the theme song for it? 2-mark question, question 4. Judy Hopps, Nick Wilde, Bellwether, and Chief Bogo are characters from which animated film, and which Colombian, very famous, singer sang the theme song for it? Question 5. In which US city were Meg Ryan and Tom Hanks sleepless in? Question 5. In which city were Meg Ryan and Tom Hanks sleepless in? Question 6. Which soap opera, which began in 1985, is based in the fictional place Erinsborough? Question number 6. Which soap opera, which began in 1985, is based in the fictional place Erinsborough? Erinsborough. Question number 7. If you drank or had a snack in the Central Perk Cafe, which program would you be in? Question 7. If you snack in the Central Perk Cafe, which program would you be in? I'm hoping because either that or it's gone completely and everyone's watching something else. But we'll see at the end of the round. Okay, question number 8 is a 2-mark question. Who are the missing countdown presenters from this lineup? Nick Hewer, Jeff Stelling, Des O'Connor. Who are the 2 missing characters? Somebody's still there. That's good. Thank God for that. Talking to myself then. Damien and Joy still in the house after their full house in round 1. They're staying for the duration. Okay, so question number 8. Who are the missing countdown presenters from the lineup? It's a 2-mark question, 1 mark for each. Nick Hewer, Jeff Stelling, Des O'Connor. Who are the 2 missing presenters? 24 for the Kins in the first round. Okay, question 9. Who presented Hole in the Wall, In It to Win It, and Supermarket Sweep? Question 9. Who presented Hole in the Wall, In It to Win It, and Supermarket Sweep? Question 10. Which actor links Murphy's Law, The Missing, Canterbury Tales, and Cold Feet? Question 10. Which actor links Murphy's Law? Shout out to the Edmondsons in Yorkshire. Good evening to the Edmondsons in Yorkshire. Hope you're having a good one. Hope your connection's all right. It upsets me when that happens. It's the first time we've had a problem with that. We got chucked off the other week, but that was for something new. Okay, question 11. What does the acronym... Question 12 is a 2-mark question, and you name the 2 characters that advertise these 2 products. The first is Frosties, and the second is Sugar Puffs. 1 mark for each of the characters that advertise those products. Frosties and Sugar Puffs. 1 mark for each character who advertises them. Question 11. 11 was buffering. We'll go through 11. Question 11. What does the acronym DVD stand for? Question 11. What does the acronym DVD stand for? Question number 13. Who is Mario's brother in the Nintendo video game series? Question 13. Who is Mario's brother in the Nintendo video game series? Okay, we'll go through the questions again. I've repeated question 11 a couple of times. Question 11 was, what does the acronym DVD stand for? Okay. Question number 14. Complete the advertising slogan. There is some money can't buy. For everything else, there is what? Complete the advertising slogan for question 14. There are some things money can't buy. For everything else, there is what? Question number 15. Which online video sharing service was launched in 2005? Question 15. Which online video sharing service was launched? Yeah, there's still huge problems with the connection for some reason. I don't know why. Stick with it. We'll see if we can get through it. So that was 15. Which online video sharing service was launched in 2005? Question 16 is a 2-mark question. Because you're worth it is the slogan of which company and which city are they based in? Question 16. Because you're worth it is the slogan of which company and which city are they based in? That's question 16, 2 marks. Question number 17. In which video game might you celebrate a victory royale? Question 17. In which video game might you celebrate a victory royale? Oh, Richard, Nick and Newlands Lane, posse, you're back in the house after a 2-week isolation period. 17 out of 25 so far. Hope your connection's all right. Don't abandon it. We're going well. I won't abandon it. We'll keep going through it. We're just going to have to bear with it. It's just unfortunately a bit crap tonight. I'm not gonna share. Question number 18. What melts in your mouth and not in your hands? Question 19. Which smartphone taxi calling app was launched in 2010? Question 19. Which smartphone taxi calling app was launched in 2010? And your final question for this round, question 20, is a 2-mark question, which will give us a total of 25 for round 2 at the halfway point. Thank the Lord. Which building block toy production company, which launched in 1932, has since diversified into both video games and movies? And which country did it come from? 20, 2-mark question. Which building block toy production company launched in 1932 and has since diversified into video games and movies? And which country does it come from originally? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. What we got here? Question 11 was buffering. We go through the questions again. Don't worry. Sally and Chris, not on form tonight. Just as long as your connection's all right. Joy and Damien, don't worry. We're sticking with it. Okay, we'll read through those questions again quickly before we do the answers. Question 1. The Shawshank Redemption is a film based on a novella by which famous author? Question 2. Oh, the 9-year-old daughter's good help with this round. That's good. Question 2. Which actor links Baywatch, The Greatest Showman, Truly Vile and Shockingly Evil? Question 3. For which 1964 musical blockbuster did Julie Andrews win the Academy Award for Best Actress? Question 4. Judy Hopps, Nick Wilde, Bellwether and Chief Bogo are characters from which animated film, and which famous Colombian singer sings the theme song for the film? Question 5. In which US city were Meg Ryan and Tom Hanks sleepless in? Question 6. Which soap opera, which began in 1985, is based in the fictional place Erinsborough? Question 7. If you drank or had a snack in Central Perk Cafe, in which program would you be? If you drank or had a snack in Central Perk Cafe, in which program would you be? Question 8, 2-mark question. Who are the 2 missing countdown presenters from my lineup? Nick Hewer, Jeff Stelling, Des O'Connor. Who are the 2 missing presenters? Question 9, who presented Hole in the Wall, To Win It and Supermarket Sweep? Question number 10, which actor links Murphy's Law, The Missing, Canterbury Tales and Cold Feet? Question 11, what does the acronym DVD stand for? What does the acronym DVD stand for? Question 12, 2-mark question. Name the 2 characters who advertise Frosties and Sugar Puffs. 2 separate characters for each of the brands, but who are they? 13, who is Mario's brother in the Nintendo video game series? 14, complete the slogan. There are some things money can't buy. For everything else, there is what? 15, which online video sharing service was launched in 2005? Which company and in which city are? Question number 17. Question 18, what melts in your mouth and not in your hands? 19, which smartphone taxi calling app was launched in 2010? And question 20, 2-mark question, which block toy production company, which launched in 1932, has since diversified into video games and movies? And which country are they from? Okay, request for 16 and 17 again. 16 and 17. 16, 2-mark, which company and which city are they based in? And question 17, in which game might you celebrate a victory royale? Sorry, Craig, it's going worse. It was fine for 5 or 6 minutes, and a message comes up to say that your connection's unstable. I can't do a lot about it, I'm afraid, because it's a Cockermouth problem. Okay, 16, because you're worth it is the slogan of which company and which city are they based in? 18, what melts in your mouth and not in your hands? Question 18, what melts in your mouth and not in your hands? I apologise for the internet. To do with me personally. There's nobody else on in the house. Reset the server weekly. I can't do anything about it. I hope everyone's caught up with that, with those questions. Okay. So we'll whip through the answers for that round. So, entertainment round, question 1. Shawshank Redemption is a film based on a novella by Stephen King. Question 1 is Stephen King. It is a cock up in Cockermouth. You're right, Burrabore. Somebody's not winding the turbine up tonight on the Wi-Fi. So question 1 is Stephen King. Question 2, which actor links Baywatch, The Greatest Showman, Truly Vile and Shockingly Evil? Question 2, which actor links Baywatch, The Greatest Showman, Truly Vile and Shockingly Evil? It is, it's completely gone. Give it a minute or two. Back again. Okay, question 2 is Zac Efron. Zac Efron. Question 3. For which 1964 musical blockbuster did Julie Andrews win the Academy Award? It was Mary Poppins. Question 3, Mary Poppins. Question 4, 2-mark question. Judy Hopps, Nick Wilde, Bellwether, Chief Bogo are from Zootropolis, or Zootopia, sorry. Zootropolis or Zootopia, depending on where you watched it. And which Colombian singer sang the song? It was Shakira. So question 4 is Zootropolis, and it is Shakira for question 4. Question 5. In which US city were Meg Ryan and Tom Hanks sleepless in? It was Seattle. Question 5 is Seattle. Question 6. Which soap opera, which began in 1985, is based in Erinsborough? It's Neighbours. Question 6 is Neighbours. Question 7. If you drank or had a snack in the Central Perk Cafe, you would be in Friends. Question 7 is Friends. Question 8, question. Des O'Connor, Des Lynam, and Richard Whiteley. Oh, thanks very much, Sally. Sally Wright, keep going despite the problems. I'm doing my best. It's giving me a bit of a headache because I've got four ways of contact and the questions to do and a crap connection. Never mind. It happens. So number 8 was Des Lynam and Richard Whiteley. Question 9. Which actor links Murphy's Law, The Miss Cold Feet? James Nesbitt. Question 10 is James Nesbitt. Question 11, digital versatile disc. Question 12, 2-mark question for each. The characters who advertise Frosties and Sugar Puffs. Frosties is Tony the Tiger, and Sugar Puffs is the Honey Monster. Tony the Tiger's brother in the Nintendo video game series, it's Louis. Question 13, Luigi. 14, complete the slogan. There are some things money can't buy. For everything else, there is MasterCard. MasterCard for question 14. Question 15. Which online video sharing service was launched in 2002? YouTube. And it's not their fault that this is happening. This is an internet issue. So question 15 is YouTube. 16, 2-mark question. 16, L'Oreal and Paris. Question 9, Dave. Who presented Hole in the Wall in It to Win It Supermarket Sweep? It's Dale Winton. Question. Digital versatile disc. Penny, question 9 was Dale Winton. Digital versatile disc. It did become digital video disc, but originally it was digital versatile disc. We'll see. If it comes to be a game changer, we can have a bit of negotiation. It's digital versatile disc. 17, in which celebrated Victoria Royale Shell. Okay, question number 19. Which smartphone taxi calling was launched in 2010? It was Uber. Question 19 is Uber. Question 20, which building block toy production company launched in 1930 was diversified in movies and video games since? It is Lego, and it originates in Denmark. Lego and Denmark for question 20. Well, this isn't straightforward, is it? 18 again. Right, 17 is Fortnite. 17 is Fortnite. And 18 is M&M chocolates. M&M chocolates. Oh, God, I'm getting loads here through that people are missing. It's becoming a bit of a nightmare. I'll go from 15 onwards. Yeah, you'll get digital video disc. That's fine. It became digital video disc. So, yes, you can have that. Digital versatile or digital video disc. I'll read from 15 onwards. So if you do need them, just hang fire, sending messages through, all right, for a second or two. So 15 is YouTube. 15 is YouTube. 16 is L'Oreal in Paris. L'Oreal Paris. 17 is Fortnite. 18 is M&M's. 19 is Uber. And 20 is Lego and Denmark. Okay, for those of you who missed those ones. If anyone's missed any others, that's fine. Just give me a shout. Lambs, 15 out of 25 that round. Well done. Thanks, Gary. That's nice to hear. Doing a great job in adversity. Thanks, mate. Appreciate that. Doing my best. Yes, you do get digital video disc. You can have that. 46 out of 50. Who's that? Minstrels? No, M&M's. Oh, do minstrels melt in your mouth and not in your hands? 22 for the Nicholsons. Thank you. Penny, I hope you got those ones. Coping admirably. Thanks, Gus. Cheers, mate. Appreciate that. Hopefully, question 15 got sorted. So that's Chad. I'll come back to that one. Yeah, that's all right. Digital video disc. You give yourselves a point. That's all right. 46 for Chad and family. Well done. Good stuff. Oh, yeah, what's this? Big Bad Butlers of Stainton, 17 out of 25. Treats. Yeah, you can have treats, minstrels, M&Ms, or treats, because they all have that slogan. All right, minstrels, M&Ms, or treats. You can have a mark for that. Steph and Jane, 21 for the Edmos and Fletchers. It's minstrels. I've got that. We've updated that. Minstrels, M&Ms, or treats. I know, Kerry. I'm sorry, it's mega glitchy. I'll tell you, it's not the easiest, is it? I hope you've got the 19, Glenn. Well done. It's normally the round you struggle on. 47. For Joy and Damien. Big Bad Butlers of 17 of Stainton. 42 for Martin and Suzanne. Goalies, 20 out of 25. Well done, you guys. Don't duck out. 20 for the Party Pool Monkeys. Who else we got? Harry, you've got your mark for treats, so that's fine. Everyone's good. Lobs have had a nightmare that round. Steph and Jane, 21 this time. Well done. Gruffy's silage in, so Penny's done 34 out of 50 on her own. Well done. Is Joy not giving you hand? 20 for the Hannahs. Great work. 21 for the Lightfoots. This could be a close one tonight. 45 for Ben and the gang down in Brentwood. 20 for the Hannahs. Who else we got on here? Got a couple missing. I might have missed off. 46 out of 50 for the McFadden Parks. Well done. 23 out of 25, Foxy. Good work. Okay. We'll have a minute or two. We do the sport round. We're only halfway through thanks to all this buffering. Scully 21. Well done. So that's 45 overall. Really good start. On course for a 90 with 2 rounds still to go. The last of which is a bit of a classic. Go and get yourselves and one thing and another. I'll hold. Okay. So round 3. Oh, the umpires. Michael Dawson, 40 out of 50. 38 for Jeff and Linda. Horsley, 17 out of 25. Could be a chance for the West Hampstead and Brentwood teams to mount a challenge this week. Ooh, 43 for the Penrith Mins. 37 for Craig Meyer and Colette. Carl Thompson, 19. What else we got? Burrabore, 22. 42 for the Lightfoots. Kelch only on that 29. Keep going though, Kev. It's still 2 rounds left. Becky's not having it. Well, we got it. 21 for the... Okay. So we're to 42 for the Golightleys. Ryan, Michelle and the gang. Good stuff. Oh, 17 Heather. Stinker. 19 out of 25 for Rich and Nick on Newlands Lane. Okay, round 3 is sport. We'll try and pull back a little bit of time. Apologies for the connection issues tonight. It's not our fault. Oh, 49 for Thomas and Davina, Auntie Barbara and the crew in West Hampstead. Feeling the pressure. Only dropped 1 mark so far this evening, but the sport is here. Okay, 45 for Kerry and Tim. That's good. You've got to stick with it. Stick with it now. 45. Good start. Question 1, 2 marks. With 61 caps for England, who is the playing in the Premier League? And who does he play for? He's got 61 caps for England. He's the highest capped England player still playing Premier League football. And who does he play? He's been a good player. Who is he and who does he play for? Question 2. In which game would you play on a court 32 feet by 21 feet with a board at 18.9 inches high on the front wall of the court? In which game would you play on a court measuring 32 by 21 feet with a board 18.9 inches high on the wall of the court? It's usually metal below it. Question 3. Which international rugby team plays its games at the Aviva Stadium? Question 3. Which international rugby team plays its... Oh, it's gone unstable. 1 second. Question 4. 2-mark question. There are only 4 NFL teams that play in the same city. The LA Rams and the LA Chargers are one pair. Who are the other pair of NFL teams that play in the same city? Question 4, 2-mark question. There are only 4 NFL teams that play in the same city. The LA Rams and the LA Chargers, Los Angeles, are one pair. Who are the other pair? That's question 4, 2-mark question. Question 5. When Redrum died at the age of 30, he was buried at the winning post of which famous racecourse? Question 5. When Redrum died at the age of 30, he was buried at the winning post of which famous racecourse? Question 6. Which Scottish football team lost 5 Scottish Cup finals between 1981 and 1991 and have still never won the Scottish Cup? Is it A, Celtic, B, Aberdeen, C, Hearts, or D, Dundee United? Question 6. Which Scottish football team lost 5 Scottish Cup finals between 1981 and 1991 and have still never won the Scottish Cup? Is it A, Celtic, B, Aberdeen, C, Hearts, or D, Dundee United? But their fans had a good decade there. Question 7. The Bristol Flyers, the Manchester Giants, the Glasgow Rocks and the Surrey Scorchers all play at the highest level British League in which sport? Question 7. The Bristol Flyers, the Manchester Giants, the Glasgow Rocks and the Surrey Scorchers all play at the highest British League in which sport? Question 8. Who has more test wickets for England at cricket? Sir Ian Botham or Stuart Broad? Question 8. Who has more test wickets for England at cricket? Sir Ian Botham or Stuart Broad? Question 9. Which Northern Irish motorcyclist, who was voted the 5th motorcycling icon ever, won 26 podium finishes in total at the Isle of Man TT, of which he won 10 times. He was killed in a race in Estonia in the year 2000. Telling me I'm unstable, yeah? Okay, so question 9. Which Northern Irish motorcyclist, who was voted the 5th in the all-time icons chart, won three-time champion at the Isle of Man TT and 26. Question 10. Laura Davis is regarded as the most accomplished. Laura Davis is regarded as the most accomplished female of modern times in which sport? Question 11. Brunton Park is the home of which English Football League club? Should be easy for some. Question 11. Brunton Park is the home of which English Football League club? Question 12 is a 2-mark question. What are the baseball equivalent names to a bowler and a wicket-keeper in cricket? Question 12, a 2-mark question. What are the baseball equivalent names for a bowler and a wicket-keeper in cricket? So in baseball, what's the bowler called and what is the wicket-keeper called in baseball? Question 13 is also a 2-mark question. Colin McRae, before he's 13. And 13, 2-mark. Colin McRae, before his death in 2007, was a star of which sport nationality was he? Question 14. When rounded, what was Muhammad Ali's boxing win record? Was it C, 92%, or was it D, 85%? For question 14. When it rounded, what is Muhammad Ali's boxing record win percentage? 92% or D, 85%? Question 15 is also a 2-mark question, 1 mark for each team. If you were watching the Tyne Tees Derby, which 2 teams would you be watching? I'll read the Ali question again, School, don't worry. I'll do it again now. Question 15, 2-mark question. If you were watching the Tyne Tees Derby, which 2 teams? Question 14, what was Muhammad Ali's boxing... Oh, it's done it again. Question 14, what was Muhammad Ali's boxing record win percentage rounded? Was it 100%? Was it B, 67%? Question C is 92%, or was it D, 85%? Okay, we're on to question 16. 16. Which racing driver is never to win the World Championship passed away in April 2020? Naughty like question 15. It was in there for him. I thought he'd enjoy that one. I'll read them again, School, don't worry. I'm cursed with question 14. Okay, question 17. Which British cyclist born in 1980 won the 2012 Tour de France list, born in Ghent, Belgium in 1980, won the 2012 Tour de France general classification. When we do the reread, I'm going to read question 14 really carefully so we don't cut it out. Question 18. Diego Maradona played most club career league games for which of the following teams? Was it A, Napoli? Was it B, Barcelona? Was it C, Boca Juniors? Or was it D, Argentinos Juniors? Question 18. Diego Maradona played most club career league games for which of the following teams? Was it A, Napoli? Was it B, Barcelona? Was it C, Boca Juniors? Or was it D, Argentinos Juniors? Choice of 4 there. 2 Argentinian-based teams and 2 European. Which one is it? Question 19. Which cyclist is Team GB's most successful Olympian in terms of gold medals won of all time? Which cyclist is Team GB's most successful female Olympian in terms of gold medals won of all time? Read them again, don't worry. I'll go through them again once we get to the end of this bit. Okay, question 20. Which Premier League team has lost more Premier League games than any other side? Question 20. Which team has lost more English Premier League matches than any other team? All right, let's have a look at what we're missing here. 13 is a 2-mark question. Colin McRae, before his death in 2007, was a star of which sport and what nationality was he? That was question 13. And 17, which British cyclist, who was born in Ghent, Belgium in 1980, won the general classification of the 2012 France? Okay, let's see if you get what you need from the reread. I'm looking forward to this question tonight. I don't normally enjoy it. Tonight's been a bit of a ballic, to be honest with you. But anyway, question 1, 2-mark question. With 61 caps for England, who is the best English football player still playing Premier League football, and who does he play for? With 61 caps, who is the highest capped English player still playing Premier League football, and who does he play for? Question 2. In which game would you play on a 32 by 21 foot court? That's off the floor, and it's you. Question 3. Which international rugby team plays at the Aviva Stadium? Question 4, 2-mark question. There are only 4 NFL teams that play in the same city. The Los Angeles Rams and Los Angeles are one pair. Who are the other pair of teams that play in the same city? Question 5. When Red Room died, aged 30, he was buried at the winning post of which famous racecourse? Question 6. Which Scottish team lost 5 Scottish Cup finals between 1981 and 1991 and have still never won the Scottish? Question 7. Wait a second. Question 7. The Bristol Flyers, the Manchester Giants, the Glasgow Rocks and the Surrey Scorchers all play in the highest British league of which sport? Who has more test wickets for England, Sir Ian Botham or Stuart Broad? Question 9. Which Northern Irish motorcyclist, who was voted the 5th motorcycling icon ever, 6 podiums in the races he entered there, who was sadly killed in a race in Estonia in the year 2000? Question 10. Laura Davis is regarded as the most accomplished female of modern times in which sport? 11. Brunton Park is the home of which EFL club? Good song. Dave just texted through before. 12, 2-mark question. What are the baseball equivalent names to a bowler and a wicket-keeper? What are they called in baseball, the bowler and the wicket-keeper? 13. Colin McRae, before his sad death in 2007, was a star of which sport and what nationality was he? Question 14. I'll read it quietly. What was Muhammad Ali's boxing win percentage record? Was it A, 100%? Was it B, 67%? C, 92%, or D, 80%? 15 two-mark question. If you were watching the Tyne Tees derby, which two teams would you be watching? 16, which racing driver, dubbed the greatest never to win the championship, sadly passed away in 2020? Question 17, which British cyclist born in Ghent, Belgium in 1980 won the 2012 Tour de France General Classification? Question 18, Diego Maradona played most club career league games for which of these teams? Was it A, Napoli? Was it B, Barcelona? C, Boca Juniors? Or D, Argentinos Juniors? 19, which female cyclist is Team GB's most successful? I'll come back to 16, don't worry. Just wait for it to reconnect. Yeah, I'll read them out again, don't worry. Yeah. Question, which female cyclist, in terms of gold medals, is Team GB's most successful of all time? Question 20, which team has lost more English Premier League football games than any other? Question 16, which racing driver was dubbed the greatest never to win the World Championship? It seems to be. So it looks like we can start to look at this. Okay, so we'll go through the answers and then thank the Lord we've only got one round to go, because this is a bit of a nightmare tonight. Okay, question 1. What was 16? So which racing driver dubbed the greatest? Right. So we'll go with 16 again. Which racing driver who was the greatest never to win the World Championship passed away in April 20? Yeah, I am getting really pissed off. Right. Question 16. I've read it. Is that all right? I haven't done the answers yet, Oliver. Don't worry. I haven't started doing the answers. Okay, so don't worry. Is everyone up to speed now? It is driving me mad. Right, okay, everyone's up to speed. Let's start to go through the answers. Oh man, it takes about 5 hours a week to get this ready. Okay, question 1. That question, with 61 caps for England, who's the highest cap still playing Premier League football? It's James Milner, and he plays for Liverpool. James Milner, Liverpool. Very fine career with Leeds United, Newcastle, Man City, Villa, and now Liverpool. Question 2, in which game would you play in a 32 by 21 foot court with a board 18.9 inches high at the front wall? It's squash. Question 2 is squash. Question 3, which international rugby team plays at the Aviva Stadium? It's Ireland. Question 3 is Ireland. So question 1, James Milner in Liverpool. Question 2, it's squash. Question 3, Ireland. Question 4, 2-mark question. 4 NFL teams to play in the same city. The LA Rams and the Chargers are one pair. Who are the other? It's the New York Giants, which is my team, and the New York Jets. New York Giants and the New York Jets share the same stadium as well, the MetLife Stadium, which is actually in East Rutherford, New Jersey, not actually in New York at all. Question 5. When Red Rum died at age 30, he was buried at the winning post of which famous racecourse? It is Aintree, where he won the National. Aintree, Grand National. Somebody taking the piss here, asking for question 15 from round 2. If you're not, it was YouTube. Sorry, I shouldn't have sworn there. I got cut off again in a minute. Aforementioned answer to question 15 from round 2. Question number 6. Which Scottish team lost 5 Scottish Cup finals between 81 and 91 and have never won it? It's Dundee United. They had a very fine team in the 1980s. Question 6 is Dundee United. Naughty, I like it. Once I do, I'm going to make sure you connection. Question 7. Bristol Flyers, Manchester Giants, Glasgow Rocks and Surrey Scorchers all play in the British Basketball League, BBL. Basketball, question 7. Question 8. Who has more test wickets for Surrey in Botham or Stuart Broad? It is Stuart Broad. Question 8. Stuart Broad. Question 9. Northern Irish motorcyclist. Definitely a wind-up about YouTube. Honestly, nothing to do with YouTube. It's to do with the internet in Cockermouth. Northern Irish, 5th motorcycle icon of all time. Isle of Man TT legend with 26 podiums. Was sadly killed in the year 2000 in Estonia. It's unstable. Give me 1 minute. Question 9 is Joey Dunlop. Question 9, Joey Dunlop, the famous Ulsterman. Question 10, Laura Davies is regarded as the most accomplished female of modern times. Golf. Question 10 is golf. Question 11, Carlisle United, Hinton Park. Question 11, Carlisle United. Question 12, 2-mark question. Equivalent in baseball to the bowler and wicketkeeper is pitcher and catcher. Question number 12, pitcher and catcher. 13, 2-mark question. Colin McRae, before his untimely sad passing in 2007, was a World Rally Championship star, so rally, and he was Scottish. Once did a bar for Dean and District at M Sport, and Colin McRae was there. Never seen a man as drunk as he was that night. Why? Dressed up as Austin Powers, absolutely steamy. 14. What was Muhammad Ali's boxing record win percentage? It was 92%. He won 56 of his 61 fights, so 91.8% rounded to 92%. So C, number 14. 15. You're watching the Time Tees Derby. Which 2 teams would you be watching? You'd be watching Newcastle and Borough, Middlesbrough, for number 15. Question 16. Which racing driver, dubbed the greatest never to championship, passed away in April 2020? It was Sterling Moss. Question 16 is Sterling Moss. My cousin says you can swear as much as you like because it buffers it out anyway. I'll buffer it out when I finish this, I tell you. I'm going to go and have a good swear in the living room. Question 17. Which British cyclist born in Ghent, Belgium in 1980 won the 2012 Tour de France GC? It was Sir Bradley Wiggins. Question 17. Sir Bradley Wiggins. Pictured yesterday in his 1996 Glasgow Rangers shirt, Paul Gascoigne vintage. Big Liverpool and Rangers fan, Sir Bradley Wiggins. Question 18. Diego Maradona played most club career games for which team? It was Napoli. He played 188 times for Napoli. Second was Argentinos Juniors, with about 138. So Diego Maradona was A, Napoli. What a player. 19. Which female cyclist, in terms of gold medals, is GB's most successful Olympian? It's Laura Trott. Laura Trott. Question 19. In 20, put us the way through. We're just about on time as well. I don't know how. Which team has lost more EPL games than any other team? My father-in-law is still tuned in. If he hasn't got so peeved off and logged out, it's unfortunately Everton with 372 miserable Saturday or Wednesday night in the history of the Premier League. Sorry, Everton fans, if you're out there. You've got your big noddy badge for sticking with tonight. Maurice Malpass. Yeah, he was. Let's have a look and see what else we've got coming through. 68 for Chad and family. Pearson's really good lineup for the last round. Maurice Malpass, he was part of that side. He certainly was. He was a good player, Maurice Malpass. He had a few in that side. Eamon Bannon, Paul Sturrock, guys like that. Hamish McAlpine. Cheers, Ben. 66 overall, hanging there, doing well, doing my best. I might have a little swear after this, mind you. McFadden Park, 67 at 75, top work. What was question 50 around 2 snippet? Naughty, I'll pay my drawband bill tomorrow. Really, 11? Oh, who's that, 11? Oh, sorry about that. Oh, it's joined Damien. After that, 25 in the first round, 11. What else we got? That keeps smiling. Doing my best. 56 out of 75. Well done, Sads. Mike Sadler and family. Cheers, mate. I'm sticking in. I'm trying me hard. Battling. Gary Dunn says there's some strange shots of me in freezes. I'm just going with it tonight, guys. I'll just have to put around for us. And Susanna and Martin are feeling my pain. Well, oh dear. Never mind. It happens. Sorry, John. You are still here. I'm sorry about the Everton question, mate. I had no idea that they'd lost more games than anyone else in the Premier League. I was gutted for you that I had to read that one out. Ed Mills and the Fletchers, stick with it, pal. Thank you. You got 9. Channel 5 in the early 1990s. Mark Graham, proper stitch up this, pal. Keep it up. Cheers, mate. Well done. Borough Ball. Oh, yeah. Try to reconnect me. Unstable. I've frozen. I probably look like an idiot. What else we got? Lightfoot's 15. 71 out of 75 for Michael Dawson, the umpire. 24 out of 25 Borough Bore. 18 that round for Kevin Walsh. Butlers, 49. Bore, 67 in total. Cheers, Mark. It is a stitch up. Ben Bridicombe's like watching Channel 5 in the 90s. You're not wrong. 64 still 5 for Penrice McMinn. 49 in total for Craig Meyer and Collette. Georgia Horsley. Horsley, look, he's 57. Pound might be slipping. 60 out of 75 for the Lobs. Well done. Great night. You, Kevin Walsh, 47 in total. Proof for me. Okay, goal is 23 out of 25. Well done, you. Loading, Brian Golightly. Nice one. 64 for you guys. 19 for Glenn. You are correct. Everton are just ahead of West Ham United. And I think Tottenham Hotspur are somewhere in that list of top 5 teams. I'm not reading that out, Naughty. That's a good one, though. Harriet. Sorry, Connor, you can have backstop. It is a backstop as well in this ball. It's for it. Connor? Connor, yes, you can have backstop. You can have backstop. And for it, yes, 63 for Split, who is actually a backstop. He's actually a wicket keeper. Backstop. He's a wicket keeper of the highest calibre. You've earned your beer tonight, Gareth. You're not wrong. I've only had 2. We'll do with another several. Broughton Wombats reserves. I'm holding my way in. Right, I'm not even going to go for one in between rounds. I'm desperate, but because I just want to do it while the internet's working and hopefully get finished by 10. 62, yes, you can have it if backstop is right, Notty. Backstop is fine. Another name for the position in baseball. Okay, round 4, I'm looking forward to, but actually, I'm quite looking forward to an additional licorice all sorts, which is over there for me when I finish tonight with a cup of tea. So you can have backstop if you put that down for the catcher in baseball, because it is. Round 4 is called Are You Smarter Than a 10-Year-Old? We have a version of this at Cockermouth with a slightly different name, which we can't use on air tonight, which we play between 2 players. Usually we choose 2 players who are what you might describe as slightly less intelligent than some of the other lads. And it always makes for good entertainment, because some of the answers you get are absolutely ridiculous. Sam Scully will know exactly what this game is called and the players who play it regularly. So, anyway, so basically these are things that we would expect your average 10 and 11-year-old to know. As a Year 6 teacher, I would expect my class to get 25 out of 25 on this round, or somewhere in the region of. Anyone who's been doing home tutoring over the last few weeks, you might have picked up some things, and you might know some of these if you've been doing them. Let's see what we get. All right. Question 1 is a 2-mark question. 1930, Constantinople changed its name to which modern city, and in which country is it? Question 1, 2-mark question. In 1930, Constantinople changed its name. Which country is it located in? Question 2. In which year did the Great War begin? Question 2. In which year did the Great War begin? That's the First World War. Process of converting light energy into chemical energy for food or fuel in plants. green plants. Question 3, what name is given to the process of converting light energy into chemical energy for food or fuel? Green plants, or plants in general. 4. If Herbert has 86 eggs and he packs them into boxes of 6, how many full boxes does he have? Question 4. If Herbert has 86 eggs and he packs them into boxes of 6, how many full boxes does he have? Question 5. Which is the only country in the world to have a non-rectangular flag? Question 5. Which is the only country in the world to have a non-rectangular flag? There's only one. Which country is it? Question 6. There's been a couple of films about this one. In ancient Greece, the Peloponnesian War was fought between the Delian League from where against the Peloponnesian League from Greece? So question 6, which two sides fought in the Peloponnesian War between the Delian League and the Peloponnesian League in ancient Greece? So good 6 facts in that film. Question 7. What is the scientific name for the process of a puddle drying up? Let's see what I've got here. 57 for the Lightfoots overall. Good. 47, Kevin Morse. Good for me. Question number 8. What number is 3/5 of 35? Question number 9 is a 2-mark question. John Muir, which country was also known as John of the Mountains, was the founder of what? And in which country was he born? That's question 9, 2-mark question. 20 for this with backstop, you can have it. 17, good. Nobody seems too frustrated with the old. Stefan seems to. Okay. Question 10. Who was the Russian leader through the Second World War? Question 10. Who was the Russian leader through the Second World War? Golightly 64. Great innings on a sticky wicket. Isn't half been. Oh, tell you. It's been a true test tonight. Question 11. What is the scientific process of a gas turning into a liquid? Question 11. What is the scientific process where a gas turns into a liquid? Particle monkeys have had to pack it in. Sorry, guys. Sorry about that. Question 12. What is 11% 30? Question 12. What is 11% of 30? Question. How many counties are there in England? Is it A, 38, B, 48, C, 58, or D, 68? Okay, question 14. What was the name given to the German submarine fleet in the Second World War? Question 14. What was the name given to the submarines in the German fleet in the Second World War? Press my anti-Bible with my German pronunciation again and I read it. It's a 2-mark question. What name is given to materials which prevent electrical currents passing through them? And also, what is the name given to materials which allow electricity to pass through them? Question 15, 2-mark question. What is the name given to materials which prevent electrical currents passing through them? And also, what is the name given to materials which do allow electricity to pass through them? That's 15, it's a 2-mark question. Question 16 is also a 2-mark question. Question 16, 2 marks. Mason sold 48 cookies. Billy sold 2/3 of what Mason sold. And Boyne sold twice as many cookies as Billy. How many cookies did Mason and Boyne sell? If Mason sold 48 cookies, Billy sold 2/3 of what Mason sold, and Boyne sold twice as many cookies as Billy. How many cookies did Mason and Boyne sell? I'll read that one again for you. 16 is a 2-mark question. If Mason sold 48 cookies, Billy sold 2/3 of what Mason sold, and Boyne sold twice as many cookies as Billy sold. How many cookies did Mason and Boyne sell altogether? Question 17. Scafell Pike and Scafell are the 2 highest mountains in the Lake District. What is the 3rd highest mountain in the Lake District? 17. Scafell Pike and Scafell are the 2 highest mountains in the Lake District. What is the 3rd highest mountain in the Lake District? Question 18. On July 20th, 1969, Apollo 11 landed where? Question 18. On July the 20th, 1969, Apollo 11 landed where? Question 19. What is the name given to the first or lower part of any food chain? And it's usually plant. Question 19. What is the name given to the first or the lowest part of the food chain? And it's usually a plant. Question number 20. What is 15% of 60 multiplied by half of 18? Question 20. What is 15% of 60 multiplied by half of 18? Work that something to me earlier. It is battered after this. Okay, we'll reread the question. Either everything's okay or there's nobody listening. It's one of the two. I'll reread them anyway just in case there's anybody still out there. We'll know till after. Question 1, 2-mark question. In 1930, Cockermouth changed its name to which city and in which country is it? Question 2, in which year did the Great War begin? That's World War I. Question 3, what name is given to the process of converting light energy into chemical energy for food or fuel in plants? Question 4, if Herbert has 86 eggs and packs them into boxes of 6, how many full boxes does he have? Question, that's my chair by the way, not me. Question 5, which is the only country in the world to have a non-rectangular flag? Question 6, 2-mark question. In ancient Greece, the Peloponnesian War was fought between the Delian League, from where, against the Peloponnesian League, from where? Which 2 places fought the ancient Greek Peloponnesian War? Question 7, what is the scientific name for the process of a puddle drying up? Question 8, what number is 3/5 of 35? Question 9, 2-mark question. John Muir, also known as John of the Mountain, was the founder of what, and in which country was he born? Question 10, who was the Russian leader through the Second World War? Question 11, what is the scientific process of a gas turning into a liquid? Question 12, what is 11% of 30? 13, how many counties are there in England? Is it 38, 48, 58, or 68? 14, what's the name given to the German, a submarine in the German fleet in which electrical currents passing through them, and also the name given to materials which allow electrical currents to pass through them. 16, I'll read it twice, 2-mark question. Mason sells 48 cookies. Billy sells 2/3 Mason sold, and Boyne sold twice as many cookies as Billy. How many cookies did Mason and Boyne sell together? Well, separately and together, so we'll give the mark out. One mark for each. In the Lake District. What is the third? Okay, I'll go back to number 9, Tom. Don't worry, I'm 10. Yeah, no worries, not. I'll do 10 again in a sec. On July the 20th, 1969, Apollo 11 landed where? Don't worry, Bora Bora, I'll do 9 and 10 again in a minute. 19, what was the name given to the first or lowest part of the food chain? It's usually a plant. Question 20, what is 15% of 60 multiplied by half of 18? What is 15% of 60 multiplied by half of 18? Okay, question 9. Question 9 is a 2-mark question. John Muir, also known as John of the Mountains, was the founder of what? And in which country was he born? And question 10, who was the Russian leader through the Second World War? Question 10, who was the Russian leader through the Second World War? Is everybody okay? Okay, so question 1, Constantinople changed its name to Istanbul, and it is in Turkey. Question 1, Constantinople, Istanbul, and it is in Turkey. Which year did the Great War begin? 1914. Question 2 is 1914. Question 3, what name is given to the process of converting light energy into chemical energy for food or fuel in plants? It is photosynthesis. Question 3, photosynthesis. Question. Connection's unstable. Just as we go through the answers, absolutely tremendous. Okay. Question 4. If Herbert has 86 eggs and he packs them into boxes of 6, how many full boxes does he fill? Well, he fills 14 full boxes. Question 4 is 14. He's got 2 eggs left over. Somebody says, I'm just pleased I'm not 10 again. I know, people think it's easy. It's just a 10 and 11-year-old. It's certainly not. Question 5. Which is the only country in the world to have a non-rectangular flag? It is question 5. Question 6. In ancient Greece, the Peloponnesian War was fought between the Delian League and Athens, or Spartans and Athenians, for question 6. Spartans and Athenians. Question 7. What is the scientific name for the process of a puddle drying up? It is evaporation. Question 7. Evaporation. Question 8. What number is 3/5 of 35? Well, 1/5 of 5 is 7, and 7 times 3 is 21. Question 8 is 21. Okay, question 7, evaporation. Question 7 is evaporation. Question 8 is 21. Question 8 is 20. Fire them in if you miss anything. Only got 10 to go, then I can have my licorice also. Answer to question 5. I can. Nepal. It's the only country in the world that doesn't have a rectangular flag. Nepal. Okay, question number 9. John Muir, also known as John of the Mountains, was the founder of national parks. He was the founder of national parks, and he was born in Scotland and later moved to America. John Muir was the founder of national parks, and he was born in Scotland. He was a Scottish-American naturalist, not to be confused with a naturist, which is something slightly different. Question 10, who was the Russian leader through World War II? Joseph Stalin. Question 10, Stalin. Question 11, what is the scientific process of a gas turning into a liquid? It is condensation. Question 11, condensation. Question 12, what is 11% of 30? Well, 10% of 30 is 3, so 1% of 30 is 0.3, so the answer is 3.3. Question 12 is 3.3. Question 13, how many counties are there in England? There are B, 48 ceremonial counties in England. Question 13 is B, 48. smallest of which is in London. There you go, you will get that in the quiz at some point. Not next week, I'm retiring. Question 14. What was the name given to the submarines in the German fleet in the Second World War? It is one of the two answers, U-boat or Unterseeboot. Unterseeboot. So 14 is U-boat or Unterseeboot. The German thing there. 15, 2-mark question. What name is given to materials which prevent electrical currents passing through them? Well, they are insulators. Question 15 for 1 mark is insulators. And the other, for the 2nd mark, are conductors. Insulators and conductors for question 15. Question 16. Bear with me. Mason sold 48 cookies. Billy sold 2/3 of what Mason sold. So if you divide 48 by 3, you get 16. And if you double that, you get 32. So Billy sold 32. And Boyne sold twice as many as Billy. So Boyne sold 64. It's 30 and 64. If some people have answered and said that they sold 96 to get all together, that's fine as well. You can have that. So Billy sold 32 and Boyne sold 64. Okay? Question 16. Technology has let us down tonight. I'll tell you what, this is after this quiz. I've done well to restrain myself. I get quite angry with it. So. Question 17. Scafell Pike and Scafell are the 2 highest mountains in the Lake District. What is 3rd? Some of you might have put Skiddaw with a quiz. Question 18 is the moon. This is where my MacBook will end up with a quiz, also closely followed by my router. Question 19, given the first or lowest part of the food chain, which is usually a plant, it is a producer. A producer. Question 19. Question 20. I haven't really answered for this down. I'll have to work it out in the head as I go up and make a balls up of it, which will be symptomatic of this evening's production. What is 15% of 60 multiplied by half of 18? 15% of 60. If you're still here and you need anything else out, feel free. If you've got all the answers, add up your total, give me a total out of 100, and we'll see who's won this evening. I just hope we don't need a tiebreaker. 87, first score in Burrabore, 87 in total. I'm desperate for a wee. I couldn't go because I didn't want to miss the chance to get this finished. 86, Sam Scully. Do we have any advance on 87, which coincidentally was our 3-way tie score? 17 was Helvellyn. 17 was Helvellyn. What was 20, Lammy? It was 81. 15% of 60 is 9. And half of 18 is 9. 9 nines are 81. 17 and 20. 20, Tom Murphy was 81. 17 was Helvellyn. So what we've got, just 86 for Ben down in Brentwood. This is out by 1 mark. I don't know what that says. I can't work it out. Oh. 79 for Suzanne and Martin. That's a brilliant effort that this week, guys. 3 better than last week. And yeah, perseverance. That's one way of looking at it. Ooh, Hallie and team down there. 84 top effort. 77. From the Nicholsons, well, let me just zoom this out. 77 for the Nicholsons, well done. 89 out of 100, Chad Pearson, and the Pearsons in the lead currently. Mike Sadler, 76 out of 100. Could you read them all again, please? No. 85, Gary Denham just misses out. 73, Tom Murphy, no problem at all. 65 for the Butlers, 67 for Kevin Walsh. Butlers, it's not normally like this. Normally it's really good. We have not had an issue with connection. An issue 1 week to get chipped out for innuendos, but not for connection. 83 for the Golightleys tonight. Chad Pearson and family in the lead with 89. 85 for Hallie and team down south. The Askews, 74, well done. Thanks, Pat. 61, yeah, sorry, Richard Lamb, I can't really need a dropping out. I know it was hard work, but thanks to you for sticking at it. 85 for the goalies. Top effort. 92 is in. I'm not saying who it is quite yet. 84, Notty. have a look. Well done for sticking with it. For us, it's like, oh, that's brilliant. It is just like that, yeah. Somebody said we should have quit with the connection. That's 79 for the Hannahs. Thanks for sticking with it. Wombat Reserve Team, 73. Well done, the Hannahs from Thackeray. Great work. We should have quit when the connection was bad. Oh, Damien and Joy, 74. Darn it. Such a good start with 25 as well. Primary, please read 16. Question 16. Question 16. I see you said the first lad's total for an answer. Please read the question out. Okay. 1 second. Primary, please read 16. Question out. Not the answer. Mason sold 48 cookies. Billy sold 2/3 of what Mason sold, and Boyne sold twice as many cookies as Billy. How many cookies did Mason and Boyne sell? Well, Mason sold 2/3 of. Billy sold 2/3 of what Mason sold. So if you divide 48 by 3, you would get 16. Double that, Billy sold 32. Boyne sold twice as many cookies as Billy, so he sold 64. The first lad's total wasn't an answer. Mason sold 48. Okay. So there we are, 32 and 64. 96 would be the total. Let's have a look and see what else we've got here. Michael Dawson, 90 out of 100 for the umpires. Great work. Penrice McMinns, 81. Great entertainment. Well, it was for you. Dave. 60. Well done, Craig. Thanks a lot. Fletcher's, 94. I'm going to have to go back to my... Oh, hang on a second. Let's have a look. I'm going to have to go back to my thing here. Jeff Lobb, 81 for Jeff. Horsley's lost the title. Horsley Wilkinson, 76. The Norman Collier quizzes. Thanks, that's a compliment. I'm not. 76 for the Lightfoots. Dave Penrice says, can you repeat question 3 from round 2 of last week's quiz? We're still lagging. Not funny. I'm on a right stop there. 83 for Dwight. 89 for Chad. We've got an advance. We have, I think, a winner tonight. 87 for Edmonds and Fletcher's. 90 out of 100 for Parks and McFadden's. Best yet. Technology has let us down. Right, let's have a look. See who we're going to crown as ours tonight. Sorry it was hard work for the dropping out. Our winners tonight, and part of our 3-way tie of last week, and ended up finishing second in the tiebreaker to the Horse of Wilkinson. The winning crown this evening goes to West Hampstead in London, to my cousin Thomas and his wife Davina and my auntie Barbara, who are competing on Zoom with a fantastic score this evening. So well done to you three. That's brilliant. I expect a bit of cash for some new shorts for last week in the post. So well done to you three. A big thank you to everybody for taking part. I do apologize wholeheartedly for the connection issues this evening. I'm not sure what was going on tonight. It's been an absolute night. The MacBook's going to go slinging across into the woods across the road, closely followed by my empty bottles of beer and my phone. So, yeah. What's this? Connor's going to be back next week. Connor and his missus. I'm glad about that, Connor. I apologise for the connection issues. It'll be better next week. Lagging Wi-Fi might be more enjoyable. I don't know how that's it. It was a nightmare for me. So thank you ever so much. As I said, if you haven't already, and you are able to, our charity cause is there on the page, and also any Manchester United fans on, have a look at the Working Reds Twitter feed page, because they are trying to recreate a bigger crowd than the 1958 FA Cup game in the third round when Working lost 3-1 to Manchester United at Borough Park. It's £2 a ticket on there, and they're trying to beat the 21,500 which were at Borough Park that day in a virtual crowd. And John Walsh is going to do the commentary for that game as well. So have a look, because obviously at the moment lots of clubs are needing money to keep things ticking over. Working Reds are no different. So have a look into that as well. We've got the Working Reds captain doing the quiz tonight, Connor Tinian, who also helped out with our under-11 football coaching at Cockermouth with Gary Denham and I. So a big thank you to everyone who took part tonight. Have a look at that. If you are able to donate to our quiz there, charity fund, please do. If you have done, thank you. I'm going for a cup of tea, my dish of licorice all sorts, which I've got there as a treat, and I think I've earned them tonight. Yeah, technology is what it is. It's great when it works well. So, huge thank you. Please, between now and next week, stay alert, and let's keep our fingers crossed for a better internet connection. Congratulations to our winners tonight, the Smiths, West Hampstead Cockermouth combo. Please stay safe until next week, and I look forward to seeing you all then with hopefully better internet connection and no lagging and dropping out. All right, take care everyone, and see you all soon.